Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your girl. Anyway, I just came in for a quick message. Let's see where we're at. Okay, I'll be back. Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, let's get a couple of wisdom oracles to start the message off. Today is Wednesday, August 12th. It is 12:31 p.m. and I am your oracle. I feel good today. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing things with purpose, you know what I mean? Like, right, I'm not just, spaced out like I have been feeling, which reminds me, could be my new set here from Outer Spirit. It's the Unakite. It's good for grounding, clearing of the heart chakra, clearing of emotional baggage. Alright, it's an earth stone. Alright, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy in that respect. These are AAA gemstones. Okay? So, note, they're not plastic. They got weight to them. Right? And I got the bracelet. Yes. So, I'm checking it out, but I really know it's a mindset, right? But things from the earth generate energy from the earth, right? That's all I'm saying. It's just helping me to stay grounded, right? To work on those things that come up that might shake me a little bit, or create a little bit of a diversion, or obstacle or blockage, obsession, if you will, right? This is to see it. Look, we got serendipity, to see it in a better light, right? Serendipity. Okay, what else we got? Community. Okay, 18 and 8. 8/18, August 18th could be significant. Something about a home. I heard a home, a community, a neighborhood. The people in your environment, right? Peace, love, joy. I heard communion, coming together, celebrating, each other. Just like people in your circle, right? The people in your circle. Something, peace, some kind of blessing. This could even be family, because I see two giraffes, a mother and a baby. Yeah. Oh, I see luggage. Yeah, some of you guys are moving. Let me see. Higher power, because you know what? Yes. That's what's destined for you. Serendipity. That wish fulfillment. 4. Yes. Well, we got Treasure Island. Look at that. Yeah, something's been slow but steady. Number 9, transformation. Listen, but you went the distance. Yes, you were more than ready, more than willing to go the distance. Thank you, Spirit. Number 9. You carried it with you. You're a treasure, right? Looking for your island, looking for that place where people are gonna see you as somebody that's very valuable, that like anybody would want to have in your life, want to possess. Ooh, come on now. Well, yeah, wherever you're getting to, you're trying to get to, it may have taken you some time, right? Because slow and steady wins the race. That's what I'm hearing. And you have a blessing. There's a face in there. Wow. There's a face inside that chest. Wow. Somebody's watching over you. This could be like an inheritance. It's quite possibly something that you already possess. Okay? or something that's that's guiding you, following you, something about a treasure. And there's a face in there, so this could be a passed on loved one, a man. Number 9, September could be significant. 4, 8, the key. Yeah. Wow. Being guided. Yeah, you're being guided somewhere. Yeah, you were being guided to go the way that you went, right? You went the distance. It may have been a long distance, a drought, and that could be physically, mentally, emotionally a drought. You hear me? But you were always being fed manna, right? You may not have been fed the things that you wanted, but you were always being fed. Your spirit was being fed. Word, knowledge, wisdom, right? I'm going to leave that right there. I like this collective. I love this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I heard your energy goes where your attention goes, right? Your energy goes where your attention goes. We all believe in something, right? There's another face. That's you. You have an angel that watches over you. Oh, wow. That covers you like you're in somebody's arms. Like the wings. They cover you. Yeah. And they bring you knowledge and wisdom. You are protected. Yeah. Serendipity. I heard it's your birthright. I heard the way you're protected is because you're in a spiritual realm, is because you're not as protected in the physical realm. Or you may feel like that, right? Not to say you ain't protected now. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I'm just saying, you don't have that support, right? That guidance. And plus, and the spirit, and God is working with you. He's working with you. All right, take that how it resonates. You're not their therapist, especially if you're paying yours because of them. Yeah, and you help people, but people take that for granted. Spirit says, as long as you keep giving, they're gonna keep coming. But I feel like you're about to come into union, into collaboration, into alignment with people that your spirit guides. They got your back. They'll have your back. They fell all over there. Lord have mercy. Yeah. What fell on the floor? If their love language is chaos, it's time to mute the whole conversation. And it's not a vibe, it's a warning. Listen, Spirit said, your protection is not a vibe, it's a warning. Like, you will be protected at all costs. Drama, silence, jealousy, games, they don't need a translator, they need a therapist. You deserve peace, not plot twists. Come on, Spirit. Coming into alignment with people that are high vibrational. And sometimes I hate to say high vibrational because it just makes it like a divide between people. That's not what I mean. I mean when you're thinking in your highest self, right? You ain't just thinking about what you want and things. When you're thinking about humanity as a whole. That's what I'm talking about. When you think about humanity as a whole, that weird feeling isn't attraction, it's your intuition in a trench coat, waving flare guns. Respect it before you end up crying to a playlist again. It's not a vibe. Their love language is not a vibe. Somebody could be dealing with someone that's really not showing them, they're not being treated the way that they would like to be treated. And I don't know how that is, but, some people like to be spoiled. Some people want to live the soft girl life. Some people just want, their person to respect them and for you guys to be working together towards the same goals, pretty much, you know what I mean? Somebody that's committed, right? That they can trust and rely on. Right? That's what people usually want. And sometimes, I feel like you collect, I feel like you have been getting away from that, right? I feel like you haven't been falling into temptation, so to speak, as far as when it comes to who you share your energy with. I feel like that's why this has been a long, slow process for you. You may feel like it's been taking a long time for you to get to that serendipity, right? To that place, to those people that really genuinely love you. People that you can freely love and not be worried about getting hurt, right? Or them doing something shiesty fucking to you, you know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, you can't go through life thinking that everybody's gonna do something, right? That's the healing part. You have to learn how to manage that bullshit, because that bullshit will tell you that everybody out to get you. You hear me? That's that 9 of Wands kind of energy, right? So you keep yourself blocked off. Whereas, it's like an imbalance in your energy. Whereas before you could have accepted anything. Now you ain't accepting shit. So you got to get that balance. Come on, Spirit. Yeah. But you it's more than just, okay, here, the lip service. You want to feel that shit. You want to see that shit. All that talking, that's all good, right? All that lip service and that yabba dabba dabba. Yeah. Spirit, what's going on here? Where's the Saren? Oh, can we get some more information? And what else we need? Heartbreak. Look at that. You're not playing hard to get. They're playing not that into you. Don't romanticize confusion. What did we just talk about? You deserve clear intentions, not mixed signals with a smug smile. You're the prize, not the fucking puzzle. If they ain't sure, then you don't fit. You don't fit if you don't fit, right? And you, my dear, have been keeping your eyes forward. You have not been jumping off and taking exit to these distractions, right? When people have not shown you anything other than what you already seen before. So you keep it going. You have no hitchhikers. Come on, Spirit. Spirit said no hitchhikers. Oh, let me write that down. No hitchhikers. Come on, Spirit. Trying to hijack. Yeah, no hitchhikers. What we got here? Your standards didn't scare them away. Their lack of integrity did. Right? They don't have any integrity. They're still in that energy of they'll accept any fucking thing, any kind of attention. That's the energy. This is, that's when you know when you don't have no integrity, because you're 1333, 1244. Wow. You'll accept the most heinous bullshit from people just to be in their life or be in yours. Don't lower your bar for people who can't even limbo, let alone leap. The right one will rise to meet you, not run in fear. Come on, Spirit. So you stay on the path you on, collective. You are very much so protected, and you know, in your whole everything, you already know you the prize. You already know that you carry in the treasure chest. But you're not going to allow people just to come in and keep robbing you. Keep taking. So you keep going, you mind your business, you keep your eye on your own path, right? You stay in your lane. Yeah. And you know, you possess everything, that you possess all that gold. The Spirit said you're worth more than gold, rubies and diamonds and all that shit. You are the treasure. Yes. Didn't we just see that? Yeah, you're the prize. You're the prize. That's right. You are. Come on. What's going on here? There we go. If you got to manifest them texting back, they're not it. You shouldn't need to light a candle, charge a crystal, and beg the moon to get a basic reply. Wow. You deserve effort, not witchcraft. Travel, I don't know, somebody's traveling, ain't what it says. Not witchcraft level intervention. Witchcraft level intervention. Somebody getting in the fucking way. Somebody trying to block you. This could be somebody that you are ignoring, you're not speaking to. This is somebody that lacked integrity. Like, yeah, this is somebody that wanted you to chase them. And then, and if you started lighting candles and doing things, spiritual things that you already know, I ain't no judge though, okay? Cause look, I'm just gonna stay in my lane. But if you got to do all that, you need to know you're interfering. You can't interfere in someone's free will, right? You're trying to change the dynamic. You're trying to stack the deck. You can't do that. You know that's not what you're supposed to do. If effort dropped you, wait a minute. If the effort dropped after you got, oh my God, somebody else read this shit. If the effort dropped after got you, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're not the demo version. You're the full package. If they stop trying once, you say yes, return to sender. Game over. After they got what they wanted, that's what the fuck, man. Listen, yeah. If the effort dropped after they got you, you were the prize. They already won. If they dropped you after they got you. So somebody could have you could have just been like a notch on somebody's belt or some kind of challenge. Okay? But spirit, listen, rejection, right, is God's protection. You are protected. Yes, and I feel like you think higher of yourself than to allow someone to just play with you. And I'm not saying like you ain't never got played with, but you learn to recognize the energy. When you start to love yourself, when somebody that comes around that ain't got no good intentions for you, feel that, you know that, you recognize that. Because it's always going to tingle one of them moments that you had when you felt real fucked up after somebody screwed you. It's going to bring that shit right up immediately. And don't fucking ignore it with that, oh, he ain't the same person, but it's the same spirit. Shit. It's the same spirit. They said they're just not ready. That was your cue, not to wait. I'm telling you, when people tell you who they are, believe them. Don't park your heart in someone else's construction zone because they're still working on themselves. If they're not ready, don't stand around like emotional scaffolding. Move along, right? They ain't ready. And you don't even know if that shit's going to be sturdy because they're putting it up real fucking quick. You hear me? And if they have only apologized after you threaten to leave, it's not growth, it's desperation. Red flag documentary. Listen, play the whole tape. You've been there, done that. It's ingrained. And don't be afraid to be alone, and because it's taking longer that you just grab onto the first thing that you run into. Don't do that shit. For real, don't do that shit. Because if you doing some shit like that, you ain't learned the lesson. Don't do that. I don't care how long it's been. I bet you if you wait, the right one gonna come along. Let me see. They didn't forget to text back. They just remembered they don't care that much. Yeah, these are bootleg. Yeah, phones stay in their hands 24/7 if they're not getting reply. It's not a glitch in the matrix. It's a red flag on silent mode. Return that shit back. Return the sender. I've seen that twice. Return the sender. How do you return it to fucking sender? Like, you could just be like, it is what it is, right? Don't let it affect you. But if you got to go like light a candle or some shit like that, nah. And maybe it ain't that person. If you feel like you gotta do that, maybe you should check your self-esteem. I mean, listen, if you have to ask all your friends what their text meant, it didn't mean shit. You know what it meant? Nothing. If it takes a whole group chat for people, you know, you go around questioning what you think they meant. What you think they mean when they say that? Why? Listen, you know what it is. Yeah, and if you have to go around to everybody else, that's you showing that you don't have no identity. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to behave around the subject. You know what I mean? You're getting their thoughts and their plots so you can. Oh my God, that's a sinking ship. If you got to go around asking everybody what to do and how to do it, yeah. And who you asking? Your friends? The motherfuckers that do the same shit you do? You feeling me? Yeah. Okay. And please watch out for those people that act like they didn't know they was hurting your feelings. You know what I'm saying? That clueless shit. Yeah. You're not clingy, they're just inconsistent. Thank you. They're just inconsistent. You wouldn't question your worth if they didn't disappear every time you ask for basic respect. Don't gaslight yourself into settling for crumbs. Give me some more spirit. Get some tarot in a minute. Give me like two or three more. We'll get on to some more energy. What's going on here? Okay, there's a couple. They're not being mysterious, they being shady. Right. Ignoring your texts, hiding their phone, giving half-truths, not alluring, that's suspect. If you wanted mystery, you would have read a novel, not date one. I don't know who that's for. How come we don't get it the first time? Like, if somebody's being shady, they throwing shade, they're really not being engaging, that's a fucking red flag. But why do we... Well, I've done it, okay? So I'm just putting it in a general way. Why do we continue to try to, like, break down the wall or create a connection that's not there? There's no interest. When someone's closed off like a date, there's no interest in them connecting to you, knowing anything about you, want to know what you're made of. You know what I'm saying? There's no connection unless it's sexual. Be careful. They said they weren't ready and you stayed. And then, yeah, you didn't misread the vibe. They're just not vibing back. That's y'all two cards from that deck. Let's get out of here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out here sacrificing your self-respect, your self-worth, trying to please and hold on to someone that doesn't even really, there's nothing, y'all really ain't got nothing in common, which you'll find out except probably food. Because that's what I mean, because everybody like to eat, right? Everybody like to eat. Probably food, you know what I'm saying? And probably they like the food that you get because you get good shit, because that's how you treat yourself, right? So they like to eat with you because they know you're going to treat yourself well. So they should be treated well as well. Huh? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. You ain't misreading the vibe. You're not being too hard. No. If it ain't, listen. Be cautious of who you choose, because some people came to steal. They just want they want to be in reception when you receive, right? They want to share your resources because you treat yourself well. I heard Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Then they turned into a monster. Yes, ooh, child. Look, Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, releasing yourself from that energy of confusion, and falling for the okie doke. Let's just put it like that, right? And it really comes around your own self-worth. Yeah, it's how you see yourself. And if you see yourself as someone that you don't know what you deserve, or you feel like you can't do better than that, then that's a red flag right there. Whenever you feel like, damn, this is the best it's gonna get, and I gotta stay, man, you already done put the fucking nail in the coffin for yourself. You already given up your soul You know what I'm saying? You've already sacrificed your power, right? And and please don't change for nobody. Please don't change for nobody. Be your authentic self. Let that be the attraction. And if there ain't no fish biting, listen, swim upstream. Swim upstream. Come out of the creeks and the rivers and get out there to the ocean. Look, oh, the turtle, right? You in the ocean. I'm trying to tell you something because you know your fucking worth. Stop playing. Yes, sir. Like I said. I said what I said. Look, 8 of Wands, fast action. Shit's moving. Things are moving. There's a tide. Look at that temptation. Ooh, yes. You will be tempted. I promise you. There will be always someone wanting to try and conquer you. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Don't get caught with somebody saying that they slept with you. Because you already know how this goes. And you already know that if the energy is not in alignment, if the masks are slipping, you're going to remove yourself. Don't attach yourself to this karmic ass energy. Don't listen. I'm telling you. What we got here? Ooh, the death card in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. Be cautious who you align yourself with at this time, collective. And I'm talking to those that have been on a spiritual journey of self-awareness, self-development. All right? Spiritual alignment with themselves and with God, with the Most High. Through Jesus Christ. I'm going to say that. Listen. Did you hear what I said? 10 of Swords. That's right. Releasing. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. Things that are not bringing you, not bearing fruit. Our behaviors cannot bear fruit. Then we know we have to change something. Allowing others to test drive is a corruption of the spirit, and that also stops you from bearing fruit, because you're allowing somebody else's spiritual energy, everything that they're carrying, to come into your garden, and that will ruin your soil. I'm just saying, it is what it is. It could alter your directions, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Connecting ourselves to the wrong people. But we learning. We learning. Learning to wait. Learning to be patient. Believing in God's promise of experiencing peace, joy, happiness, love, and all that shit on this earth while you are on this earth. Okay? This ain't after you leave. No, before you leave, there's some things that you are going to experience. We got the Three of Wands in the reverse. This could be changing your mind about a direction you were going in. Relocating. It's in the reverse, so death and rebirth too. This is also giving me something about a new beginning. Look, the Queen of Cups in the reverse with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Wands, fast moving communication, energy, a shift, death and rebirth, holding on to something. So are you holding on to something, some kind of betrayal? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Wands. You let your guard down. Your emotions, depression, feeling overwhelmed, feeling unprotected, instability. Yeah, a lot of fears, unable to pick yourself up, pick up your energy, you know what I mean? to make a decision. Maybe you're about to get a message that something that you thought was going to be a new beginning or a new direction is not going to happen. Why, Spirit? What is this going on? What is this? That something coming toward you, some kind of communication where you thought something was over, but it's not. Or it was, we got the King of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse. Something holding you back, some kind of before. This could be somebody that caused you somebody you had to heal from. Somebody you had to heal from. That you needed to get away from. Look at the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This King of Swords, this could be air sign, of course. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Somebody that a know-it-all, right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Four of Swords. You're supposed to be moving away from this energy to try and heal from this energy with the Four of Swords. But what's blocking you? It's this Ten of Swords. Is there more? Somebody could be trying to stop you from moving forward. I keep hearing like one more trick, one more thing. You may find out about something that somebody has done that may cause a delay in your movement, in your healing, in you closing this cycle out. Four of Cups in the reverse. Ooh, Ace of Swords and the Justice in the reverse. Some kind of legal. This could be around family. Yeah. Some kind of lie. Something that was held back from you. It was an injustice. Something wasn't fair. Somebody lied about something. Somebody could have lied about where you were. They could have said they couldn't find you. They didn't know where you were. They didn't know how to reach you, connect to you. Because they wanted to keep something. Something, that they were supposed to, it was supposed to be even. It wasn't. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody said they didn't know where you were. They didn't know where you moved to. That you was in your feelings. You wasn't fucking with nobody. You still holding grudges and shit. How would you know that if you can't find them? People funny. What else going on in Spirit? What else do I got out here? This is the last deck. Yep. We got the Page of Wands. In the reverse, we got the Knight of Wands. In the upright, the Fool and the Lovers. Somebody not to take a leap of faith. King of Wands. Page of Wands. The Lovers. The Fool. Somebody's very fucking immature. It could be a fire sign. Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, you were left out in the cold. You were abandoned and rejected. That's what this was. Somebody was acting real fucking reckless. Somebody that don't have no direction. They make a lot of false starts, right? They never complete any fucking thing. They never have a plan. They like to party all the time, celebrate all the time. They like multiple lovers, right? Somebody, yeah. This wasn't somebody for you to take a leap of faith with, dude, so you could not grow with this person. Or these people, the sun, something they want to keep hidden. Knight of Pentacles, the sun in the reverse. Knight of Cups. What's going on here, Spirit? Alright, I'm finna get up off of this. Anything else for the collective? This is like reading it within a reading. What does the collective? Okay. Ace of Wands in it. Listen. Victory, right? The Nine of Cups. We got the Ace of Wands. I'm putting it in the upright because you got victory. You got a new beginning anyway because you love yourself. You love yourself not to take this leap of faith. Listen, you close the cycle out. Come on now. And that's how we're going to wrap it up. You close the cycle out. Yes. You followed your intuition. You took that leap of faith with the Most High. For you. Because you are the child, the daughter, the son of the Most High. Understand that. The Most High God. And if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, we wouldn't even be able to have this relationship with Him. How about that? Nobody. Even those that talk about what they practice is a part of God, but they don't believe in Jesus. But then, baby, the God ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just saying, read that shit. The only way to Him is through Jesus Christ, to believe in Jesus. You don't believe in Jesus? Then, it ain't no, let it be what it's going to be. Let it be what it's going to be. All right? Anyway, y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for taking the time out to listen to my spiel. Don't forget to get your outer spirit jewelry, your stones, right? If you're into, herbs and grounding and stuff like that and manifestation, get you some. Tell them Stacy sent you. All right, deuces, y'all stay up.